How do you know your child is ready to be potty trained? Well, I would say that they definitely will start to tell you signs. They will start to not want to be in the diaper. They'll start to actually tell you when they need to go. And so, these are pretty good signs that, they're ready to start training and getting out of the diapers. So it's really exciting. And just remember, every time that she does something positive, you keep reinforcing it. Put on that excited face every time that they do what you need them to on the potty, because that will reinforce the behavior. Hi everyone, welcome back to my Mommy's Life channel, where I share with you guys my journey as a first-time mom, dentist, and business owner. So if you guys haven't seen my video in the past, I am all about sharing with you guys tips, tricks, give you guys inspiration and motivation to be that amazing parent that you can be, as well as continue to have a career, be that working parent, and just be that super mom that you totally can be. So in today's video, it's gonna be all about potty training. It is a huge task, and I would say that so far it's more challenging than actually sleep training. So I want to share with you guys in today's video some tips for you guys. What are we doing to get on that track of completely getting rid of the diapers, and also talk to you guys about what to expect. Okay, so let's start with what to expect. How do you know your child is ready to be potty trained? Well, I would say that they definitely will start to tell you signs. They will start to not want to be in the diaper. They'll start to actually tell you when they need to go. And so, for instance, for the last few months, every time Caitlin is gonna either pee or poop, she's gonna tell you potty or poopy, and she will actually start going up the stairs to her changing table upstairs. And so, these are pretty good signs that, they're ready to start training and getting out of the diapers. So what we've started to do is, it's pretty tough on a weekday, but in the evenings or when she's with us at home, as much as we try to get on a consistent schedule. We try to take her up to the potty pretty frequently. Every time she is waking up from a nap or waking up overnight, if her diaper seems pretty dry, we're going to take her straight to the bathroom and see if she does anything. And most of the time she doesn't, but whenever she does, we praise her. And so that's my number one tip for you guys, is to get excited. Put on that excited face every time that they do what you need them to on the potty, because that will reinforce the behavior. And the other thing we started to do is we will reward her whenever she does. What we try to mix it up a bit. We either will praise her really well, or if we're really struggling like getting her to stay on the potty, I'll tell her like, hey, do you want a treat afterwards? And if she does anything, then I'll give her a treat. And I try to keep it something that is enticing enough, but also won't be too bad for her. So for instance, sometimes I will give her a piece of her favorite fruit, or I'll give her a little piece of a biscuit, that type of thing, just to get her to use the potty. And then of course, whenever you're going through this, there's going to be accidents. Multiple times now, Caitlin would go number 2, and then we're like, yay, awesome, give her her reward. And then within a minute, she will have peed on the floor. So because she gets up, she's like, all done. And we're like, yay, okay, you did something, let's get up. And then I realized, oh, shoot, she still needs to pee. And so I can't believe we're talking about this, but what we've started to do is, even if there are accidents, we don't make it a big deal. We're like, hey, it's totally fine, no big deal, you did good. And we don't try to make a big fuss about it, because I feel that that is going to make her fearful and will not want to continue the potty training. So that's my other tip for you. The other thing I want to share with you guys is what are we using to get the job done? So when we actually started long before Caitlin wanted to start potty training. We got her one of these guys. So it's really cute. There's a part that lifts off here that you can actually put onto your main toilet, and then there's a bowl that you can kind of take out to clean. And she can flush. And so when we started this whole thing, we bought her that training potty early, and so it was more of a toy for her at the time. We would just kind of have it near her other toys, or we'd put it in our bathrooms, and she would occasionally sit on it with her pants on, and she'll flush the toilet. So we started to kind of talk about it. What are we doing on the potty, and introducing her early, what is this all about, so that when time comes, she's not super freaked out. The cool thing about this potty is it'll also sing, and it has a bunch of different songs on it, so she gets pretty excited when she does something and the potty starts to light up and sing. So that's a pretty cool toy, and it's also functional. So very nice, and I would get it early so that they get used to having that around. There's also a lot of books out there that talk about potty training. We haven't really tried it yet, although some parents have liked it. So far, Caitlin has come to be adjusted to it fairly well. And the last few nights, actually, she has woken up with no wet diaper at all. And so when I noticed that, I immediately, before we did anything else, I took her over to the potty, sat her down, and within a minute or so, she would have gone to the bathroom. So it's really exciting. And just remember, every time that she does something positive, you keep reinforcing it. Okay, so the other challenge that we've noticed as we go through this potty training is she doesn't like to sit there. And so at first, she would say all done very quickly. And, we take her as, oh, she doesn't need to go. And then, of course, a little bit later, she will have gone in her diaper. So what we started to do is we will sing and dance and distract her with a bunch of nonsense to keep her entertained, so that she will sit on the toilet for at least several minutes. If we can't get her to do that just by singing and dancing, and we know she needs to go, then we've resorted to letting her watch a little bit of PBS on the phone. I know it's horrible, but it will get her entertained, and she will use the potty. So that's another little trick that we've used occasionally to get them to use it. Most of the time, she hasn't completely gotten rid of the diaper yet. When she's not using the potty, we still have her in a diaper. But as much as you can get her to consistently go on the potty, regardless if she does need to go or not, I think that's going to really help. And I think that every child, and most moms would tell you, everybody is different. Every kid is going to get trained on this thing at a different pace, at a different time. So something to really keep in mind is to don't stress. When they're ready and you're ready, it'll just happen. Okay, so don't force it. Of course, you guys can try. I know that when we first started, we were so excited to get her out of the potty that, we really got started early, and Kayla wasn't quite ready at the beginning. Every time we try to put her on the toilet, she would just kind of completely stiffen her body and just start screaming, so we basically stopped for a little while until she started giving us signs again. We didn't want to traumatize her, and then she even is more afraid of going to the potty. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Don't stress, it'll happen. Every child will do it on their own timeline. I hope these tips helped you out a bit, and if you guys have any tips on successfully training your toddler, please share it with me below down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until next time, I hope you guys will continue to reach for the stars, be resourceful in order to get more things done, because I know you guys all have it in you to be that super mom. See you next time. Bye.